The fuel in which I burn to get to where I'm at and I'm still going comes from when I was homeless for that little short period of time. If I see somebody getting after it,
Right.
I gotta go outdo them what they doing. I don't care what I'm on that day.
Right.
I got okay. I was a little bummed out when you stopped doing the gold beard. I was like,
yeah.
I was like,
that was it.
"Dang,
That was
yeah."
it. No one
But
ever
now
done it.
I'm used to it now. But I like that.
I
was like,
appreciate it, bro.
that's him.
That was so historical.
I always tell them, do not celebrate.
Right.
Let them celebrate. You just calibrate your mind and do it again.
Yeah.
You're only worth what you're doing right now. I'm gonna give y'all this for free.
Man, come on, because that usually costs.
The most powerful information is usually the most simple. Everybody is a potential brand. Everybody's personality is a potential brand.
Have no fear, Mr. Organik is here. This is Organically Speaking. Anybody out there want to do partnership, sponsorship, clothing brand marketing, water, energy drink placement, whatever you want to be a part of Organically Speaking or Mr. Organik as a brand, hit me up at ballernothingelse@yahoo.com. That's my email. Or DM me directly at Mr. Organik on Instagram. That's MR Organic with a K instead of a C, one word straight across. And we're going to get that promo game through the roof. 3, yeah.
I got some shit like that. I'm so glad I didn't wear it today.
I know, right?
It's blue. It's
Okay.
an American one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You can't go wrong.
My
with
Miami.
Yeah, the Miami's. Yeah. I got plenty of them. I got like 4 of them different joints.
I got 2. I had 2 made too, like a all white one and an all black one. It's kind of fire.
Tough. I seen that the full leather joint you had on.
Yeah, I got like 5 of them different colors.
Tough.
I just didn't wear the top. I got black and with the white stripe.
Yeah.
The stripe is my shit on the pants. I got burgundy with the white stripe. I got a deep brown with the white stripe.
Yeah, I got a brown top and bottom leather joint, and I got a green. It's cold. I ain't wore yet.
Green
I got this cold chick that's gonna come on. I got my burger nothing underneath tight, baby.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's what's up.
Okay. Right there.
Okay. All right.
Perfection. Have no fear, Mr. Organik is here, and this is Organically Speaking. Now listen, we only have top-level conversations with top-level individuals. Now this guy here is one of them ones, Mike Rashid, right? This is a guy who came from nothing, made himself everything. I'm talking about trials and tribulations, ups and downs, lefts and rights, but still stood tall. I never seen this man complain. I never seen doubt in his eyes. All I seen was grind and belief in himself. So we dealing with a high energy individual, but a high level intellectual individual. The God himself, Mike Rashid.
Man, appreciate you, brother.
How you feeling, brother?
I feel excellent, my man. Bro, you put me in a good headspace, a good mood, man. You got the energy, the positivity, man.
Yeah.
And that's people like you are infectious and have a magnetic attraction.
Yeah.
So salute to you, and I appreciate you,
Man,
brother.
I appreciate it, man. It's a blessing to have that energy on this world, especially, it's a lot of negative, but without that, we wouldn't be glowing as high as we glow. You know what I'm saying? So
Right,
I give it all the time.
Yeah.
Like we always talked about it. We ready for the darkness, but
Yeah.
we're gonna be, light when it's time to be light.
Bro, it's funny you say that because it's like the people who wield the most power, the people who can do the most damage, crack the most jokes, right? We just enjoy life, very jovial, having fun. That's what life's about.
Right.
But we understand that there is a duality to life.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot have day without night.
Right.
You cannot have darkness without light, right? So you can't experience happiness without pain. You feel me? So like you said, we're always prepared for war on whatever level, psychological, emotional, physical, financial, right?
Yeah.
So we maintain in a state of bliss to a degree. And I think that bliss comes from knowing that we're prepared.
Right.
Because look, this is not for every man. It's not for everybody. But for those who do have that energy to step into that, it's a God frequency, right?
Right.
And godliness is being a dangerous man.
Right.
Because what is life about? Life is about, first and foremost, survival and protecting your family, your tribe. You know what I'm saying? If you are a man that have no degree of danger, that you are not willing to do the most final things, right, out there in the world, you're just a victim waiting to happen, right? And you're a liability. And I think that's actually evil.
Yeah, I think so too. And I always, paid attention to that stuff because, like I said, we are funny. I'm hilarious. I have a great time. But anybody who knows me knows, like, please don't play with him, though. They're going to tell you, like, if it goes there, he's going to go overboard. I never did something normal to somebody when there's a problem. I'm going to overdo it every time because you must know, don't ever play with me. Why did you do that? I want you to leave with something that's going to change your life if I let you leave. Because I'm a God-fearing man. I know God is in me. But just, you know, the scariest thing in this world, that even in every scripture of every religion, is going to be fear God.
Wrath
yeah, when he comes, it's over with.
Yeah.
And it's going to be demolition. So I move just like that. I'm going to be calm and cool. But when it's time to go, I'm going to go all the way.
People got to understand this. See, people think that it's sweet, like the world, society. It's not. Our universe, our solar system, our planet was created with extreme violence.
Right.
Violent cosmic events, whether it be the Big Bang or the collapsing of a star or just our sun. Like, we're alive because our sun is violently exploding every second of the day, right? And that's giving us warmth, it's giving us nutrients, so on and so forth. You get a little bit too close, you die.
Right.
You get a little bit too far, you die, right? So everything is in perfect alignment, but that element of chaos and violence is always there. It's an underlying factor of reality. And look, a lot of people don't even think about these things, and that's okay.
Right.
We do.
For sure.
And others like us do. And we maintain things in order in our communities. And our communities start in our home, our household, and our friend groups, and it grows out from there. But, you know, you have to, and I always tell men, like, I have a big mentorship program, and I tell them one of the key elements in mine is staying dangerous.
Most definitely.
And I be talking to these guys on my Zooms, and I be like, bro, if you can't fight, you're an asshole, bro.
Facts.
You waiting for somebody to disrespect your woman and you can't do nothing about it, right? You're gonna put your head down, right? Get to the gun range, go into a martial arts gym, whatever, because some people grow up knowing how to fight, just scrapping. But most people don't, and that's okay. Go in and learn. You know what I'm saying?
And ways to do it now.
And don't just go and hit mitts and get in there and spar, bro. You're gonna get beat up. It's cool. You're gonna learn a lot about yourself. And I want you to get beat up so you can figure out how not to get beat up the next time.
Right.
You feel me? So yeah, I be on their edge, bro, and I hold no punches, no pun intended. But I think it's just an honorable thing for a man to have a high degree of danger in him.
Yeah, it has to be that way. But in the beginning of time, to any religion, any high-held warrior, in we've seen it our whole lives, they moved without fear, and they was ready for whatever. They was prepared to die, but they was more likely prepared to kill. So think about the Spartans. Think about even like the Muslim culture. They ready for jihad. Even the Vikings from back in the day, they ready to die and go to the Valhalla. They ready for that, but they don't because they're not scared of current.
Right.
They ready to go. If they go, they gonna make sure it's gonna be glorious.
Right.
So when you move like that, not only in the human form or against another person, you move like that in business. You move like that with women, you can't lose.
Correct.
You're gonna win.
Correct.
So when you tap into that fearless element in your soul, the world is yours.
Right.
But only so many got that because I think it's evil and the devil is in fear, and it uses people, you know, to their advantages.
Right.
So it stops you from living your dreams, stops you from getting the girl you want, the car you want, all these things you could do if you just did it and accepted whatever comes the other way too. And I just always lived fearless, and it took me, you know what I'm saying, around the world. It did you too. So speaking of that, like, where did Mike Rashid come from? Like, let's get the story from the seed, because people see the glory, they see where you at now. Like I said, I've watched you for a long time.
Right.
So I know your story, but the world needs to really understand, like, how did you become who you became?
Yeah, it's interesting. I give the short version. I hit the scene social media in around 2012, right?
Yep.
At that time, I was a fugitive. I had absconded from justice. I was dealing with a case from 2007, and I'm allowing them to do the adjudication process, but I didn't like how they was talking. Right. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna just let this play out. I'm gonna let this go to trial, and if it's not feeling right, if y'all not making the right decisions, I'm gonna go ahead and take matters in my own hands, right? Before the last day. And that's exactly what I did. They wasn't talking right. They were trying to offer me 10 years. You know, that's not a deal.
No.
Offer me? No, you gotta catch me, fight me down, and put that on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna allow you to give me 10 years, right? Especially for something that I felt was I don't feel it was self-defense, right? This man was in my home. I didn't know this person. He broke into my home. I wasn't out trying to rob nobody. I didn't go breaking nobody. A man broke into my home. A man who they let out of jail by accident. right?
Right.
I probably could have had a lawsuit. You
Most
feel me?
definitely.
But nonetheless, they have their laws, and in the state at that time, you could not match. You had to match force with force. So wherever y'all live at, be careful, because you think somebody breaking your house, you could just blast them. It's not always the case. However, universally that is the case.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say do it, but you might have to fight some legal repercussions, because they do have very specific laws in every state. Now, with that being said, I'm not a fugitive no more. If anybody
Right. That was a long time ago.
I settled it. It's done. But nonetheless, as 2012 is when social media started really taking off.
YouTube
And
birth.
at the time, I was working as a personal trainer. Like, I had to go through like having everything to losing it all, right? I had everything illegally though. So when I would start losing it, I'm like, well, what do you expect? You know? So I didn't cry about it. I just put my laced up my boots and got to work. And for a minute, I was homeless, bro, because I had nobody that I can go to. Because when you're on the run, you can't communicate with your family and your friends like that, because you're endangering them. Excuse me. And I had nothing. The money that I had saved at the time, I left with my kid's mom, right? Because I didn't know when I was going to be able to make money again. So I had to just figure it out. And I figured it out, you know? So while I was homeless, nobody knew, right? Still kept the haircut, kept clean, had a job at a gym. And when the gym would close, I would just kind of like disappear.
For sure.
And then I'm out like when everybody's gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I knew how to turn the alarm off and all of that. So I was sleeping there at the gym for a while, and first check, found somebody on Craigslist who needed a roommate, moved in with a lady, saved up, got my own place, right? And from there, left the gym, went independent, right? Training my people independently to make more money, control that. And that was my entrepreneurial skills that I had acquired from before all of that. When I was in the streets, I was hustling, but I ran it like a business, like a legitimate business. So I learned a lot from that.
Yeah.
Fast forward, during this time, social media for me was just going crazy. And initially, I wasn't putting myself on there because it would be kind of stupid to do. I was putting my clients on there, showing their progress, and it was helping me get a lot more clients, right? Every now and then, when you're on the run and time's going by and you live in a normal life, you feel like you ain't on the run sometimes.
Right.
You start getting kind of delusional, like maybe they don't care. You know what I'm saying? So every now and then I put myself up there, and the content was just going crazy. So I'm like, dang, this is wild. And this is another thing, is weird. My demographic, the people that really love my content, was cops.
Ain't that something?
So yeah, that shit was happening. I'm like, man, I don't think they care.
Right.
So I'm getting my profile is growing bigger and bigger. I'm starting businesses. My life is really good, right? I stacked up so much money. I wasn't spending money like that. And at this point, I was ready to go to war, right? And that war was with the government.
Yeah.
I had the resources now to hire the best attorney that I could find, right? And this guy that I hired was a legend. I knew about him before. I just couldn't afford him. And there's levels to criminal defense, because some guys, like I had 20 racks for the first one. That's not gonna get you much.
Big dog,
Nah, man. So this is a good, hardworking dude.
Yeah.
But he has no relationships, he has no connections, and he don't invoke fear when he walks in the courtroom.
Right.
My guy, Mr. Russo, invokes fear. Right?
Shout out to Russo.
Shout out to Russo. I call him like the Mike Rashid of like law, right?
Okay.
Bro, my first day in court with him, he made me feel like I had to fight these bullies, and he's my big brother, and he got me. That's what I felt. If I would have went to prison at the end of that adjudication, at least I wouldn't have been stressed out during the process, because he was so confident and so assertive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, make a long story short, he got the case thrown out. He got everything beat, right?
Nice.
And from there, I was already free. I never not been free, right?
Yeah.
Because even when I was facing the time, I calibrated my brain to be okay. And not just be okay, be excited about the possibility of me sitting still for 10 plus years. Because this is where my head went. I have the money and the type of mentality to run wherever I'm going to be at, right?
Definitely.
I know how to move with respect and honor. So it's not like, I know I'm going to be in a few battles, but it's not going to be crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be going to bed early every night. I'm going to be studying in a way that I don't have time to study with right now, right? I'm going to be working out, eating good, whatever. I'm going to come out y'all think Malcolm X was a problem?
Right.
Wait till I get out. So I had my mind, that was my contingency plan on if I had to go to prison.
Yeah.
So I remained free this entire time. And that's what people got to understand. I call myself a God, you a God,
Most
right?
definitely.
Yeshua, y'all know him as Jesus. You know, people don't really know why he was killed, right?
Yeah, break it down for him,
He
Mike.
was killed because he stood against the religious factions at the time. That's the Jewish Pharisees and the Roman government. The Roman government was the occupiers of Palestine.
Right.
And that's where he's from. That's where he lived. And he was saying, I'm God. I am a God. And God is my father. And all of y'all are gods. Y'all have God potential.
Right.
They said, nah, get him out of here. So the religious factions got the government, which is the Romans, to kill him. Because he was empowering people.
Right.
He was speaking power to them, right? And they don't want that. They want people to be weak.
Thanks.
But what I just described about me calibrating my mind to use prison as to make it benefit me is exactly what being a God is about.
Yeah, I believe that. Whatever
situation you in, cool. It's a good situation. Make it good. So this is not a message that is it's counterintuitive to those so-called gatekeepers, right? They don't like that. They don't want people being strong, powerful, and united. They want people being weak, fearful, humble, and separated. You feel me? So that was my mission, bro. So, and here I am now. The fuel in which I burn to get to where I'm at, and I'm still going, comes from when I was homeless for that little short period of time. That discomfort that I felt from not having.
Yeah.
You feel me?
It's very powerful. Like when you get to a place of have nowhere to go, is sink or swim, it shows you who you really are. It shows you a real periodic table of your greatness.
100%.
People could talk about what they're gonna do or how they're gonna do it until it's right there in front of them. You have to make that decision. And I remember I was there at one point in time, like when I lived in Arizona, and I remember I was about to go to Arizona State and I dropped out and I was going, you know what I'm saying, doing shit I wasn't supposed to do. And I'm by myself. Everybody's gone. You know what I'm saying? And I got locked up. And I was like, damn, what am I gonna do? I was like, I'm just gonna be the most ferocious in here. I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna be swole.
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure this shit out. And I'm gonna find a way. I wasn't worried, but thank God I got all my own reconnaissance. The whole shit got dropped. But I was okay in the darkness. Like I accepted it because I did something wrong. And if I had to sit in here, I'm gonna make the best out of it. So I had that same thought pattern. Like, I don't want to be here, but I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna get swole. I'm gonna learn what I gotta move around in here. I'm gonna get me some food. I'm gonna find one of these CEO I'm gonna be good. I know I can fight. I'm gonna learn the knife work. I'm gonna figure everything out here. Trust and believe I'm gonna be great. And when I come out, I'm gonna be way more ferocious. So, but God bless me, I had to go through that. But everybody don't got that mindset. They start giving up. They want to hang themselves. They want to quit. I mean, they want to fold. But you stood tall. So after you did that, everything got dropped. You focusing on, you know, doing your training stuff. And then you started YouTube. Like, what was your first big video on YouTube? Like, damn, this is it.
It was a chest workout. So we had a perfect storm, right? All the ingredients. So it was a workout with me, CT Fletcher. That's Pops. That's the general.
CT,
salute.
Yeah, man, historical.
That's the Godfather.
Man, for sure.
You feel me? And Big Rob. And it was just like, so it just kind of shifted how people looked at content and did content. Before that, like, you know, I liked like Ronnie Coleman videos and Branch Warren, like the hardcore, grimy, getting after it, right? And everybody else stuff was just like kind of lame to me, right? It was boring, right? Like any black bodybuilder you seen was like 300 something pounds. Like it's an unrealistic look. And I didn't like how they dress. They talked weird, like all humble. It's like, it's weird seeing this big dude so docile, right? So mine was just me being me, right? And for my rap career from prior to that, it was the same swagger. So it was like the same cat that was shooting my videos back then, shooting my workout videos. My brother that was doing my beats is doing the beats for the videos, right? So they had a texture to it that people liked, infectious, bobbing their head. And then I'm in there with Jordans on, like we wearing normal clothes, getting swole, just lifting. So you had CT in there talking shit. Like, you know how it is in black culture, we talk shit, we
all
pop
day.
shit.
That's what
right?
we do.
Exactly. So it's gonna motivate you or it's gonna crush you. You feel me? So, and of course, it's motivating. That's Pops, right? And me and Big Rob going to war with each other with the weights. And so you had that element of like entertainment, like CT cracking jokes or whatever, talking shit.
With all the quotables.
All the quotables. You had the dope edits, the dope cuts with the music, had that energy, right? And then you had me explaining everything in detail. Like, I'm gonna give y'all, I know my protocol so well. I'm gonna show y'all the method to the madness. So I'm explaining it. And that was like the storyline with all the videos. So all the videos were shot the same way. Like, I would do the workouts, we would put the edits, and then you would chop me up in between each set, explaining everything going along. So they had something comprehensive that they can follow. So that was just a perfect storm, a perfect combination. That was the first video that went viral. And it was crazy, bro, because I started going to like little events, fitness events.
Yeah.
And I'd be there with like certain bodybuilders who, you know who they are. And people would just come up to me. And I'm like, you don't see this right here?
Right.
And I wasn't getting it. And then I was kind of on edge because I'd be seeing people like looking at their phone like this and then looking up.
Yeah.
I'm like, what y'all looking at?
Facts.
But what they was doing was trying to see if that was me on the video.
Of course.
It's crazy to think about that time, bro, because it was so everywhere I went, they was like fitness-wise, they be looking and looking at me, and then they come, they like, is this you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how it all started, bro.
And that's the early stages of like YouTube and social media. So like we from the streets, so it's like, hold on, why you staring at me, man? Like,
right.
I know like, let me know what's going on.
Bro, I had to program myself to not be on edge at people coming up to me all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's different. And especially in them days. So boom, you're doing that, and like those videos was hardcore because you probably was the first person, you and CT was the first people I seen that was teaching the overtraining, like not taking no days off. We going every day, we going heavy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Against everything. People say light reps to look better and all this. You like, no, you got to be strong.
Yeah.
Like all that. And hit big weights. There ain't no days off.
Right.
We're going every day.
You could do whatever you want to do. You can live light all you want.
Right.
Look, I'm gonna say it like this.
Yeah.
You could live light weights and look swole, right? But you ain't strong.
Yeah.
And your confidence ain't there.
Right.
And you're gonna look crazy when I'm smaller than you and I outlift you. You know what I'm saying? My thing was always being strong as right? My shit was like, and I never been the biggest dude.
Right.
So, and I used to like going in the gym and outlifting big right? Even to this day, it's kind of stupid, but if I see somebody getting after it,
right,
I gotta go outdo them what they doing. I don't care what I'm on that day.
Right.
I got okay.
Let me go over there too.
Let me like you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like marking your territory, but it is what it is. I like that competitive spirit because maybe that'll motivate him to outdo me.
Yeah, it's like that. Especially like in Miami.
Yeah.
I realized that too. That's why I try to go to the biggest, best gyms and see like, am I still amongst the greats? And at my age, I ain't no young snapper, but I'm still standing with the Titans. I'm like, damn, I'm still with y'all. Like,
bro, don't you feel like once we hit our 40s, it's like life got good?
It got, and I swear to God, no homo say, but I look at I'm like, I look better now. Like my structure in my face, I think I look way more ferocious now that I'm older than when I was younger.
And then
like, I don't understand
the type of intellect that we have from experiences, right?
Yeah.
We know what to do, what not to do, how to speak, when to be quiet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you get that with experience, with age, with time.
It's a beautiful thing, especially in our communities. Like once you get past 30, you washed up, right?
Yeah, bro.
If you're not super successful, it's over for you. Or no one want to listen to you. But nowadays, what we've done in the corridors, we open up through social media and YouTube and marketing, is that people do look up to us now. Now the older guys are accepted because we look so good, we so fly how we do it, that we made it cool to get older now. And I think that's a blessing because people used to give up so early. They get to 30, they're like, man, I don't want to do nothing. Now they see us, we looking better than we did when we was 25.
That's a fact.
And it's a blessing we give that to our community. So that's why we pushing that health and working out, believing in yourself.
Right.
You know, taking leaps of faith.
Right.
It ain't over till it's over. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't gonna ever be over for me. Like,
me either.
Cause here's the thing, bro. Like, you got the same ring as Tupac, right?
Right.
I with that.
I appreciate that.
And Tupac had the outlaws, immortal outlaws,
For
right?
sure.
I'm an outlaw, right? Yeshua, who they call Jesus, was an outlaw, right? You are outlaw.
Most definitely.
And we live forever. How can you live forever? How can you be immortal? You be immortal by leaving your legacy behind, by leaving the stories, right? Of course, physically, we're not going to be here forever. That's a fallacy. You're not going to be, accept the fact that you're going to ascend at some point. You're not going to be here forever. It is not a bad thing.
Right.
If this is good, that's got to be even better, right? But while I'm here, I'm gonna put a deep ass. I'm gonna dig into this right?
Oh, yeah.
So, and y'all gonna be talking about it for years and years and eons, right? And look, we have the perfect mechanisms of being immortal with these cameras.
It's a beautiful
You know
thing.
what I'm saying? Video, it lives, it's gonna be there forever,
Right.
digitally.
We making so many movies and documentaries about ourselves daily. And that's recorded and uploaded to these things that's never going nowhere. I got my hard drives. I save them. I already told my brothers, my sisters, my nieces and nephews, y'all keep these hard drives when I'm gone.
Yeah.
And y'all watch it.
Yeah.
And make a documentary when I'm gone because it's gonna be so glorious. Y'all
Yeah.
know where I came from.
Yeah.
Y'all saw me all the way. Y'all seen this story, right? And it's just getting started. And that's what the whole thing with me. That's one of my brands is being a gargoyle, right?
Yeah.
It's being hard and fly, stone and wings, right? But it's a statue. It's gonna be here forever. So I speak the same thing you speak. I'm not gonna be here forever. But my people that watch me come from nothing, stunting, having these women, having these cars, talking this talk, looking good, they're gonna live long and they're gonna talk about me when I'm long and gone. That's the
I
immortality.
got another element for you though, bro.
Let's go, champ.
I'm waiting for you to have a child.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Man.
It ain't gonna be nothing better than your son or your grandson.
Right.
Like, look at my pops.
I know, man.
Look at my I wish I had video of my pops and my grandfather.
Right.
And all that. They're gonna have video of us. So
Facts.
you gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you gotta make that happen. Because look, bro, how I see life, bro, is just like, bro, I got 4 kids. I want more. You feel me? Like, I got this, I understand the whole parenting thing. I got it. And I feel like that's part of my divine duty is, look, we live in a society, right? In which there's a lot of weak men. Weak men don't deserve to procreate.
No.
Because their kids is gonna, they don't even have the means to take care of these kids, so their kids are probably gonna be like a burden on the state, on society.
Ecosystem, man.
Right? So I'm doing my part. Look, I've extracted so much from this world and still taking. So this is my way of giving goodness, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm giving little other versions of me that's gonna be better than me.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm pouring in them wisdom in a way that I didn't have, that I didn't receive, right? But I'm pouring it into them, right? So that they come out to be ferocious, right?
Yeah.
You know,
and I get it. And like, I'm just so picky on, like,
is that something that you want?
I want, so my thing is, damn, because I look at myself so highly and I know what I went through to become this creature I am. And it's like, damn, can a person that I create have that same wherewithal as me? I don't want to be disappointed if they not having all, because I got it all. So it's like, if they come out a little funny, they ain't got it, I be like, man, you know what I mean?
Bro, but see, that's,
I don't want to miss.
Okay, so that's the thing.
That's a fear, though. See what I'm saying?
Well, no. That's a challenge for you.
Right.
Is your job, you have him, you make sure he is that.
Right.
Because look, bro, it's I ain't gonna lie, it's hard, bro, because you watching, so you got to calibrate how you talk to him, what activities you make him do, what kind of schooling, like, you want it to be just right? So, yeah, bro, but it's a beautiful thing because what it's done for me, it has elevated my level of intellect. It's raised my ceiling of intellect because I had to, like, you know, it's times when I'm frustrated with my seed, it's like, I got to figure out the right way to communicate to them, not emotionally, but still effectively. You feel me?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
But it
you gotta
makes
deal
you
with
grow.
the women with it too. You gotta pick the right one.
I like that too.
You see what I'm saying?
Listen, bro, it's like, we were talking about at lunch the other day, taming animals and all that.
Yeah.
The most complicated animal is a human animal.
For sure.
So understanding and figuring out how to tame and control these human animals is the biggest flex. So the women, I'm with it. I'm with the challenge.
Yeah.
And the children, I'm with that challenge too.
Yeah.
So, you know, I love challenges. That's the ultimate challenge. You feel me?
I think so.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I haven't conquered. And like I put up these other things I say, but in the day, I ain't gonna lie, it is probably a fear of mine that I don't want to make that mistake of, you know, picking the wrong woman or having a kid that ain't, you know, up to my standards that I have. And it could be physically or just it just come out a little different. But even over time, if it's not escalating as I am.
Let me tell you, like, how genetics work.
Yeah.
They're going to be you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's me.
They're going to be you.
That monster, you come out straight 3 of
them. And I'm sure you're older.
Right.
You didn't have kids at a young age, so you're going to make a real good decision on who it is going to be.
Definitely.
She's going to look a certain way, structure.
Facts.
You're creating it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Look, they know now, they can do tests to see if there's something wrong early. So you can be like, all right, we up. Hit the red button on that one. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not big on that. But if it's fucked up, let's not. I don't want that.
Yeah, don't do me like that.
I don't understand when people be just like having them when they know they coming out crazy.
Yeah, that's different. That's a different type. just don't care about life. Like you cold. You bigger than me.
It's like you gonna have a hard life.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Your whole life is taking care of a person that will never develop to be a person.
Yeah,
an adult.
And
this person will never be independent.
Yeah, that's hard. And I salute people that do it, but that's a different type of love and understanding. Because I know back in them, like I say, I study the old guys, the Vikings, the barbarians.
Yeah.
Someone come out wrong, they ass out of there.
Yeah, you just throw them away.
They throw them in the river. You know what I'm saying?
It's food for the bears or something.
Right. You got options, baby.
Yeah.
Life is about options.
It's about, we got technology.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't care if people get mad at me, but like if I'm in a situation with my woman and she's pregnant and the doctor's like, yo, it's a little mangled up over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, hit that red button. Hit that red button for me, Jack. You know what I'm saying? Let's go get that up out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want that. Here's the thing, bro. Like, it's gonna be problems. Look, if you want to love it and all that, that's fine.
Right.
But don't expect like your parents to want to love them, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's your responsibility.
Yeah.
Cause I do know people that I really care about, that I love, that they had special needs child.
Right.
And then another one, right? And I'm like, I know the testing exists.
Mm-hmm.
Did you just ignore it?
Right.
And they start God. I'm like, okay. And then they're upset that the parents don't want to help. I'm like, they don't have to.
Yeah.
They've lived their life. They raised you. And this is hard to deal with. Like,
Most
right?
definitely.
I love you and I feel you, but you got to get off of your parents because these are your children. And, the children just don't, one of them at least is not really conscious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, my heart goes out to my friends and they baby.
Most
But
definitely.
it's like, yo, you making your life so hard because the baby will never grow to be an independent person.
Right.
Right? My duty is to make sure my kids are independent. Y'all don't need me? Good. You know what I'm saying? I did that, right? So, and we want our children to be around us in our last days. You know what I'm saying? So I feel for them. I feel for people in that situation. And I really hate that happens, that people are born fucked up like that.
Yeah, it's no joke. But I've been thinking about it more and more, especially now that I got so much more structure around me, I got more stability, and I fought a crazy fight to be where I'm at, and I understand life now. I understand more about financial literacy because when you first get some money, even though, like I said, we came from the street, we had a little money there, but we blew it. We had nothing. So when I got some real structured money, it's like now I had to learn how to do it the other way with the taxes and the write-offs. I'm like, man, I didn't know none of this stuff. I got to learn on the fly. You know what I'm saying? Then as you know, it doesn't matter how much money you have. It's how much can you grow this money.
Right.
Because you can have millions of dollars. That's going to keep going down.
100%.
But if you're not growing it as it's coming in or as it's in, it's irrelevant. So learning that grow process is man.
Right.
So you got any stories of that financial, some ups and downs and learning that on the fly? It's real.
Bro, I relate to what you're saying because, I've always made money because I was in the streets, hustling, and I was making a lot of money, but I was spending a lot of money. I would spend it as fast as I got it because I didn't respect it because I know I can get it again immediately, right? So when I started making legal money and a lot of legal money, I had the same habits at first, right? So I've had, bro, the amount of cars that I've had is a lot, right? I'm all the way down. Only thing I got now is crazy as a Phantom, right?
Right.
But I'll drive in my little my Mercedes every day,
right?
But I'm kind of cool on the Phantom right now,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but and I had to really sit with myself and ask myself why are you doing all this? Why are you doing all this, right? And it's to flex on.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was a degree of validation, because look, don't nobody know what we really do.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna show you like this. Boom.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a flex. It's trophies.
Yeah.
And you saw me on my pinnacle in Malibu. I went the craziest in history. You know what I'm saying? I had to get that off.
I love that shit though.
Right. Me too.
Yeah.
And but it's a process, right? Because I did love it, but then I got tired of it and didn't want it no more. Because it was I dreamt of this. I dreamt of all this jewelry. I dreamt of the biggest house I could get, all these cars. But when I got it, I was trapped. And I'm living in LA. I can't even drive these cars certain places where I have to kill somebody. I can't even bring girls to the house that I want now because I got 6 supercars in the Malibu by myself. They might try to do something or did me up. You know what I mean? So it's damn, what's it all for? Then you get sick of it. Then you want to relieve yourself of it. Then it's the burden of maintaining it. We know it look good, but I know I got to pay this every month. Yeah. I know these 6 cars cost this much, the insurance costs this. Hold on now. Can I do this for the next 40 years?
Nah, bro. And I was buying I was buying some of these cars cash,
Right.
or putting huge down payments on it
Huge.
because I didn't have credit because I didn't exist until like 2015
Right,
or 16 till I was all the way off of paper. So it's like, bro, look, I started building my credit and it was like perfect, but it's not long enough.
Not long enough.
I'm like, well, how
not big purchases.
I like, fuck it, boom, and I don't want to hassle not here, bam, bam.
Right.
I come into the like Euro car, wherever, with
Shout out to Eurocar,
bags of money, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, and then when you come with that bag, they give you whatever you want.
And even
whatever
you stun on them
terms.
too. Don't play with me. Like, I want this.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I did see like how much money I was spending, and it was really foolish. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but I'll maintain. I still have a $600,000 car.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't care.
Right.
Here's the thing. I don't care. This don't make me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I drive my $70,000 EQS every day.
Right.
And I'm happy with it.
For
you
sure.
know what I'm saying? The Phantom, I do like the attention.
Business,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I like the attention. But it's a hassle because it's like a truck. It's as big as a truck.
Right.
So parking is annoying, right?
Right.
So now I have a driver and he drives me in it. But that's a whole salary I gotta pay this man.
Come on, man.
Just to drive.
Right.
I'm not complaining, but I'm like, yo, this is kind of wasteful.
That
You know,
makes sense.
it's not even like, you don't need this, right?
Right.
So, but it is what it is. Here's the thing. I will say this, like, we live once, right? And I want every day of my life, or as many days as possible, to be special.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it is, I do feel special sitting in my Phantom. And you know why I wanted a Phantom, bro? Shout out to Mike Tyson. That's my big bro.
Tyson, man.
I remember like one year, this was years ago, this was when he was about to stop fighting. He used to pull up to the gym. The coldest I ever seen, bro. Seen this black man in shorts, wife beater, in the back of a Phantom.
Hard.
Hopped out, they playing Wu-Tang loud, right?
Tough.
I was like, that's gonna be me one day. You know what I'm saying?
You know who inspired me to do that type too? Like, I always wanted to be just smart intellectual,
right,
but still look like this here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wanted to go in certain meetings and still, I ain't got to put your suit on. I want to have a sweatsuit on, a chain on, a crazy watch.
Putting your suit on. Yeah,
right. And
yeah.
It was Nip. I remember Nipsey Hussle. I saw I think it was in Sweden or even Switzerland. He was doing some crypto deal. He was out there, sweats on, t-shirt on, 6 gold chains on, sitting with all them European whites, doing a deal.
Yeah.
I said, that's how I got to be.
Yeah, I do that. So when I have meetings with my white associates, my grill's on, my bust downs on, the big Cuban or the chunky tennis is on.
Yeah.
I'm on my shit, right?
Thanks.
I'm not toning it down for y'all, right? Look, black people gotta understand this, black men especially. Do not turn down who you are, right? They love you. They admire you. They wish they were like you. So you turning yourself down, you like doing yourself an injustice. And what are you afraid of?
Right.
Be yourself. People love authentic people.
Facts.
I know I do. Even if somebody's on that I'm not on,
right?
I appreciate people's authenticity.
Yeah,
right. What I love about you, bro. Wherever you go, they know that's you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I seen the T-Rex, I'm like, I love this cat, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You are unapologetically you, and people are afraid to be themselves,
Most
right?
definitely.
And that holds them back. You will never be a god. You can't if you can't be yourself, right? Honor who you are. If you don't like where you are in life or who you are yet, build yourself up into who you are. But I remember very specific times in my life when I said, I want to be like this.
Yeah.
And I started being like that. I want to do this. You create the avatar that you want to be.
Facts.
You feel me? So look, I was a little bummed out when you started doing the gold beard. I was like,
yeah. That was no one ever done it.
I'm used to it now, but I like that. I was
appreciate it, bro.
That's him.
That was so historical.
And bro, you're creating a character because this is a big ass movie.
You get it.
It's a big movie.
That's why I with you, because you understand the atonement of what that is.
Yeah.
Of me understanding this is my movie. This is my video game. How can I make my character stand out above all?
Interesting, right?
What's gonna make him pay attention? Because I study cartoons. I study characters like Mickey Mouse forever, Chucky's forever. They're gonna make 1,000 movies.
Yep.
How can Mr. Organik stand out? Like,
He's
I
a
get that
brand.
beard, and that's why I was on it.
Yeah.
And it's a process. When I go to Blackbeard, I always do that when I'm handling business. When I go back to Colorbeard, something I didn't hit something.
Yeah,
I didn't hit some big deals.
Yeah,
on.
I ain't
so
mad
when
at
I'm Blackbeard, I'm structured businessman.
Yeah.
But it's coming though. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing when you can do something like that and be free.
Right.
Like I studied Mr. T. That's one of my idols of like branding and marketing. We know he was a real serious guy. If you don't know Mr. T, he was a bouncer. He really was people up. Them chains came from whooping niggas and taking them off him. He was never to be played
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
That's
like he
fire.
was a dog. He was a dog in Chicago. He was a bouncer.
Yeah.
He's a whoop. Take they changed and put him
I
on.
like it even more now.
You see what I'm saying? You gotta do the research. We think he just playing. No, he was
so
like
those
that.
are dog tags.
Yeah, he whoop. Yeah, he take their chains and stack them up.
Yeah.
And he was the bodyguard for Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
Then he became a movie star and he's sitting next to him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro,
the story is historical.
That in itself. So look at this, bro.
Yep.
But first, let me address something that you asked about finances and stuff. Now, this is where I'm at now. So it took me a while to like get more responsible with my money.
Right.
And then when I got responsible, my money still wasn't making money. Right. But now my money is making money. So I highly advise people to research Web3, research DeFi, as decentralized financing, right? Yep. I don't trust traditional financing, traditional banking. They're corrupt, they're evil. They every year the biggest banks, are having these egregious SEC violations. They pay a little fine. The types of violations that they commit, we would be sent to prison for 30, 40 years. Easy. Bernie Madoff, right? Yep. These institutions just get a slap on the wrist, a fine. That's not even as big as their violations, right? So I don't participate in the traditional banking system anymore. DeFi is fairly new, but it's decentralized. It's fair. It's a ledger, right? It's digital. You own your assets, right? And I got with a cat that's my dog, bro. Like he's made me or helped me make so much money from doing nothing but putting my money in a vault, in a liquidity pool, right? So we are a bank. So people buying, so he shaking his head, no, what's up? People that are buying Bitcoin. We got Bitcoin, we got Ethereum, all of the blue chips, stable coins. They're buying our coins. You know what I'm saying? And we're making money on fees, right? And you always own your coins, right? So the money has grown so much. And I even made a real estate purchase through the blockchain last year. That's hard. That's no banks involved, no middlemans, no fees, no underwriters, right? This is like real ownership, real sovereignty, right? It's just an investment property. But I might want to get something like doper, you know what I'm saying, too. This is all in Panama. And
I remember that Panama move.
Yeah. But people need to you don't have to have a lot of money to grow that into a lot of money. Right. There's very intelligent things that you could do with your money. But the problem is this, and I can attest that I have been part of the problem with materialism, but the problem is materialism, and the problem is people taking their money that they can do something with to invest and just buying things. Right. And these things depreciate in value. These things, they don't do nothing but just signal things to other people, right? They're not really intrinsically doing anything for us. And I'm admitting that for myself too.
Yeah, we still
all. I'm on the right shit now, and my money is making money for me. Yeah,
and it's mandatory because we come from such a different type of background than most humans on this earth as a black person. You know what I'm saying? Like we came from being basically farm animals to being it's real life Planet of the Apes. You know what I'm saying?
Facts,
to not get too crazy about it, but it's true.
Yeah.
So like the expedited system we have to understand money, understand family, we have to speed it up. Of course, our ancestors back in the day are African people but that's so down our line, really. Like we are the black people that grew here. Yeah. So we learning everything on the fly, being held back so long. We just getting free like in the 80s to really move around and learn it.
Fact.
Think about it. We just tapped into real estate. We got into that like 10 years ago to the credit and all that. We just learned this stuff and look how cold we are at it. So real. Now we learning financial literacy. What's them guys that do the Invent Fest and all that?
Earn Your Leisure.
They just came around. They just tapping into this.
2-3 years in.
You see what I'm saying? So, but look how far we came with just that information. So we're gonna get it. It's gonna take a little longer. So, and I'm into that too. That's crazy. You said you bought some real estate through it, because actually I got a guy, the same guy that did my Rumble app. We working on a coin that's built for helping people buy homes, like pulling it together. Yeah. So for instance, us four want to buy a home. Yep. We got coins that you can all chip in, and we can own an asset together, own homes.
I know exactly that play.
Yeah. So it's crazy, and we working on it right now. I don't like to talk about all because people want it, but just know it's big things coming.
And for those listening, what he's talking about is let's say you want to own some real estate.
Uh-huh.
Let's say you don't have 100,000, 200,000 or the credit to get that much money.
Uh-huh.
You could put $2,000 and own that much of that piece of property.
Facts.
So when that property is rented out, your percentage you're making, but your equity is still in there, and that property is growing. So just the money, the principal that you put in is going to grow, right?
Most definitely.
But you're also making money on the rental fees.
Yes.
You feel me? Maybe it's not a lot of money because the bigger the amount of money that you invest, the more money you make on top of it.
Yep.
So what? Start small, right? But do it, right?
Right.
You ain't making no money in the bank.
Right.
The money is diminishing in the bank.
And
right?
they be hashing you like they hashing me just to get my own money out.
Bro.
I had put cash in another city, another state basically, and I come here, I'm like, let me get my bread out. Oh, it's not pending. Ain't no pending on cash. Give me my money out.
Bro,
you got to sign all this. Oh, okay, I got y'all.
I deal with the same shit.
What y'all doing, man?
It's so bizarre. One time, so my bank is cool. Like I call them, I need to get, my bank's so cool, I can call them, say, hey, so-and-so is coming to pick up, whatever, and they'll do it for me, right? But one time, it was some new lady there, and I called ahead, okay, boom. And this woman really was trying to like hassle me, like, well, trying to do the send me a code and ask me all these questions. I'm like, yo, it's crazy. Like, this is wild, right? You're hassling me for you're just a little employee here,
Move out
right?
the way. This is my money.
What are you talking about? Bro, I had something crazy happen to me with QuickBooks.
Right.
So I had a period to where I was switching like my advisor and my CPA guy, right? So during that time, I signed back up on QuickBooks to just manage my shit so I can make sure my taxes is in order.
Right.
And just everything's organized. And QuickBooks is usually dope with that. Yeah. Now, I used to use them before I had the guy. So when I got rid of the guy, I got back on them because I know how to organize that, right?
Right.
So unbeknownst to me, they've developed into like more like a bank lab now, right?
Yeah.
So me moving fast, I just clicked the highest option of membership, right? So I can have the real fancy invoices and all of that shit. So whatever I clicked, this particular account that I had attached to it, it was $1.1 million in it, right?
Right.
All the money went into the QuickBooks account, right? I'm not tripping. It's my account. You see where it came from, whatever. Simple. I'm going to move it back over. I couldn't move it that day. I think maybe they need a day or whatever. I ain't tripping.
Right.
So a few days later, I'm like, all right, let me put my shit over here.
Right.
No. I didn't do that yet. I did an invoice, right, on a company. It was like 12 grand or some shit. And something flagged them with that invoice. I forgot what it was.
Right.
So they froze that invoice and they froze that $1 million, right? So I'm like, all right, let me just call. You can't get on the phone with nobody. It was like impossible. I'm like, all right. I do the chat, the email, whatever. Bro, it took like 2 weeks for somebody to call me, right? And the woman that called me was talking shit. She was hostile.
Wow.
So my company that I had the invoice on was my home address, right? As my business address.
Of course.
So she's like, yeah, this is not a business. The address for this company is not a business. I'm like, okay, I know what you're doing. So I'm trying to explain to her. She's not letting me talk, right? She's cutting me off. She's like, I'm trying to help you. Like, let me chill out so I don't want to piss this lady off.
Yeah, going to the whole situation.
But I'm hot, bro.
For sure.
I'm hot. It's like Frankenstein, like smoke coming out my neck. So I'm trying to like help her to figure it out because I know what she's doing and I know what she's not doing. I'm like, are you on a corporation website? Because I know she's not. Because I know what you're gonna see.
Right.
I'm like, she's not even doing her job right. But anyway, this woman ended up hanging up on me.
Damn.
They held my money for like 9 months or 6 months. I forgot the amount of time, but it was a nice chunk of interest that they incurred, right?
Right.
I had Googled and I seen that a lot of people that happened to. So this is one of the reasons why I don't fuck with traditional financial institutions, bro. I've had it's crazy because the more money you make, you have more problems.
Oh, man, of course.
You have more problems.
It's so simple when you ain't got a lot. When you got more money, bro, like, you got to worry about so much.
It's a lot of shit, bro.
So much you got to pay for. So much you got to know. Yeah. I didn't know this. Who told me this? Like, where is the situation that someone informed me what to do with this money? No one ever tells you this. Like, how is it not mandatory that this money comes with a teacher or something? Like, you got to go find them, of course, but I didn't know when I initially got it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And it comes with way more than you could ever fathom.
The teaching is this: the more money you have, the vultures are out.
Oh,
And these
man.
vultures are these institutions.
Yeah.
They're trying to keep your money. You could put money in the bank easy,
Right.
no hassle. But to take money out,
to get it out. Or even like you make a transaction, right? You
Yeah.
press a button, boom, gone. Oh, my bad. Let me get a refund. 2 weeks to come back.
yeah,
What?
yeah, that's wild.
No, what I hate is like when you go to a hotel to get that deposit, because you know we don't pay attention to that little money.
And they keep
But
that,
do I ever got my money back? I don't be knowing.
Yeah.
Did you give me my money back,
Right.
motherfucker?
Right.
God damn, deposit. But this is okay. It's a couple $100, but where my money?
But we should not today, but we should do another episode. I want to break down and teach people how evil these banks are with their fees.
Yeah. Oh my.
It's a tactic that they employ that they set it up for you to keep having fees and
For sure.
fees. And these are the people that it affects the most are people who don't have much money.
Small money, yeah.
Which is really up, right? So we'll do that another time.
We'll do another time because they got to know it because it's very serious.
Yeah,
like,
I want people to know what's up.
And the more money you got, the more we see it. But when you didn't have that much money, you never paid attention to it. So it's like, damn, so they getting over on me like that. This is my bread.
They said they have a way of you going overdrafting. They want you to overdraft.
They love it.
They charge you $36 every time you do it. You know what I'm saying?
No, they make more money than that than anything. Just like
that's a fact.
With the phone bills, right?
That's
like,
where all the money comes
They make
from.
more money from that late fee than the service.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's a cold game. It's a capitalist society, and that's what we signed up for.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So,
but I just
champ.
wish that there was a degree of consciousness behind the capitalism.
I wish.
It ain't. They market the out of food to people.
Right.
They market the out of prescription drugs. Right. There is no holistic teachings of anything.
Gas.
It's like go straight to SSRIs or whatever the. You having a bad day, they putting you on antidepressants
Right away.
You know what I'm saying?
It's part of the system.
Yeah.
Like they don't want you to have the holistic way of healing.
Nah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
like
bro.
when I've learned about these herbals and sea moss and all this stuff that keeps me so healthy for so long, it's like, man, why nobody told us this before? When it comes from the land, it comes from our people.
It don't benefit them financially.
Because they got to
you know what I'm saying?
restructure everything. Like I talked to 19 Keys about that the other day, and he made a great point because like I always been pushing health and wealth.
Yeah.
I'm like, why when I got to my pinnacle and I'm pushing a certain message, why did I drop down? They're like, but you telling people to work out and drink water, eat fruit. You don't drink, you don't smoke. You go against the narrative that they pushing for the unlimited trillions of dollars. They have to reconfigure their whole system if you keep going up higher like that. Yep. Like who's doing that?
They do not look. I had a woman just come after me. She was a psychologist.
Yeah.
Because I told man, I'm speaking and I'm popping my shit and I'm telling them that like, look, depression is a decision.
Right.
If you're depressed, it's because of something that you've done, something that have gotten your life in a real fucked up snag. You don't have time to be depressed if you're fixing whatever put you there.
Right.
Fix that shit. Get outside, get some sunshine, work out, watch what you're eating, fast, like all of the things. You're not going to be depressed. If you're depressed, you decided to be depressed, right? It's not a physiological thing. So she's like, well, it's a chemical imbalance. You know what else is a chemical imbalance? Being happy.
Facts.
You have a overflow of endorphins
that
in the
turn
brain.
You up.
Yeah.
Getting the cold plunge.
So
what
do
endorphins.
You talk? Like everything is a chemical imbalance. But like but she really tried to argue with me. She said my message is dangerous.
I mean, they want them sick, man.
I'm like, my message is I'm telling people I'm giving them an alternative to addictive drugs. I'm dangerous.
Yeah, you are.
You're not qualified to speak on this, lady. You went to school for 8 years, the same school that you went to, you start working for. They employed you, right? You're not qualified because all you can do is talk about what they taught you. That's your job.
Have you lived through it?
I've been through things that are very depressing.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a big difference.
I've been through a few things, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm still here and I'm smiling.
And I'm on top. So what are we talking about? Right.
Right.
Get the
yeah, and it is because depression is built on you dwelling on things in the past.
Yes.
Anxiety comes from anticipating things in the future.
Correct.
How you get over those things? Live now.
Now.
Fix it now.
Now.
All you got is now. If you die tomorrow, it ain't even gonna matter what's gonna happen in the future. If you die tomorrow, it ain't gonna matter what happened yesterday.
It don't.
You got to live right fucking now.
Right.
And fix it now. And if something happened, nigga, it already took place.
It happened.
I got to keep going,
Keep
man.
moving.
What you gonna make
Bro.
it worse?
I try to tell people like this. Like when my son was like playing football, Pop Warner, he out there smoking him. He had wheels on him, right? So he fast, athletic, touchdown. I always tell him, do not celebrate.
Right.
Let them celebrate. You just calibrate your mind and do it again.
Yeah.
You're only worth what you're doing right now.
That's it.
What happened before is gone.
It don't matter.
What you want to happen is an illusion. It ain't here.
Right.
Honor right now. Honor the time that you have right now and just be the best right now. And that's it. And he got that mindset as well.
And I got that because I used to do that. I mean, what happened when, like I said, when I got into Malibu was I had a great anxiety because I'm anticipating like I'm spending so much money. Damn, it's gonna go down, and it start going down because I'm thinking about the wrong, right?
Right.
Whatever you think shall happen, whatever you dwell on is gonna keep growing. So once I moved to Switzerland, I was out there for 4 months, and I was just living in the moment. I was at my happiest state because I wasn't caring about what I did before. I wasn't thinking about what's happening next. I'm enjoying now. So once I came back to America, when I came to Miami, I lived in that same zone, and I'm doing it now, and I'm staying happy every single day.
Yeah, man.
It's no worries, it ain't no doubt, it ain't no burden of nothing. Because
Right.
I know I'm gonna put my work in today.
Right.
That's all that matters. I try to push that to people. It's hard because everybody don't got that in them.
Yeah.
But you living today, man, it's gonna change your life.
Well, I can say this, Mr. Organic, you're doing a righteous thing, right? You are teaching by example, right? And your energy is up here. So a lot of people ain't got energy, right?
Right.
They're not even trying to generate it, but it don't matter. Maybe they're not getting it right now.
Right.
They get it next week or next month or next year. It don't matter as long as they get it. But a lot of people are, I know, looking at you and like, I got to step my shit up too. I got to do this. Because you living fearlessly, you living ferociously. And listen, you can live like that 110 or not.
Facts.
Or not.
It's simple.
You're going to die one day.
That's what I tell
You're
them.
going to be a boring, mundane existence. You feel me? So, yeah.
Or you can live glorious.
Live glorious.
You can have every single car you want. You can work every day, get fly. You could be a fucking monster hitting 315 that only 1% of 1% of humans could touch.
Correct.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Huh? Do you want that bend over that balcony, you eating every component of her, and she telling her friends and her friend coming the next day?
Yes,
Do you want that legacy, huh? Do you
yes.
want these kids to look up at you like, I wish I could be like you?
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
Do you want to walk? We eating lunch. Do come up, man, you inspire me. Do you want that energy? Or you just want to be a regular mortal that walks around and not exist?
Which is okay.
Which is okay.
We need people to hire.
We got to have them.
We need people to hire.
And I appreciate y'all too.
Yeah.
But I'm talking to the ones that has these desires.
But look, the people I hire drive Porsches and Lambos.
Yes, they do.
You feel me? I reward them handsomely. So we need people to hire, but they got to be talented. And you're going to get rewarded heavily.
Because you got to work hard regardless, right?
You got to work hard.
Because end of the day, think about it. I think I worked harder when I was working night shift at Walmart. You know what I'm saying?
That shit was
graveyard.
so hard, bro.
I think I worked harder.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
The harder work, get paid the least.
Right.
Yeah, I worked at Wendy's, my first job.
Woo.
It may not seem like a lot, but it was a lot.
Think
'Cause
about
they don't
it.
put us on the register. We on the grill.
Right.
You got to clean up, motherfucker. And closing was the worst.
Woo.
Closing, bro. You tired already?
Like, I had a chick that was a bartender. You know what I'm saying? And I went there and meet her at her spot one day. That's when I first started doing YouTube. My merch was doing good.
Right.
So I probably sell a sweatsuit for $150.
Yeah.
I'm making $100 profit.
Right.
So I'm seeing the sales go through all day, right?
Yeah.
So check me. I go to the bar and I'm watching the girl work. She's running here. She's going there. She's making a drink. She's helping him. And she's been there since noon. It's 10 p.m. now.
Damn.
So you've been doing this all day?
10 hours.
And how much you think she left with?
Nothing.
I probably sold 2 sweatsuits and got what she got into. I'm in the crib.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is how hard work. And this when I just stopped working as a regular person.
Yeah.
I'm like, God is great.
Yeah.
I can't do this.
Nah.
This shit is tough.
Yeah.
How can you sit here and do this every day, people? And if you want to do it, I get it because we need them. But if you got this mindset, only how you going to break that is going and doing, failing and learning.
That's a fact.
That's it. Go for it.
There's no failure, right? It's market research, right? Just like if you are in the S&P, or if you are investing in crypto, whatever, and let's say it looked like your drops, right?
Yeah.
So what? Ride that motherfucker out. This is an investment. This is not an emotional attachment to what you put in there, right? Is the market will correct? It's going to go back up, right? You lose when you pull out, when you quit. When you quit, yeah, you lost. Or people talk about like, I usually wear bust downs. I just got the ceramic joint.
Yeah, I
the
see
AP.
that joint crazy. I got the solid gold green.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
So I'm such a bust down guy.
Yeah.
And then everybody like, oh, you diminish the value. Like, you sound stupid.
Right.
You sound so dumb. Either you can't afford this, or you don't feel cool enough to rock this kind of shit.
Yeah.
There is no way I'm gonna get my Yacht Master 2 iced the fuck out with VVS's It ended up costing me excess of $120,000.
Right.
And I would, if I sold it, I would sell it for anything less.
Right.
You know what I mean? Y'all dummies, you think you're going to go back to Rolex and sell it to them?
Yeah, you're going to sell it to the jeweler. He's going to bust your head.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Jewelry is subjective, for one.
Yeah.
These diamonds cost money.
Right.
That's subjective, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every one of these diamonds costs whatever, right? The watch costs whatever it costs. That's what this watch is worth.
Right.
It's worth what I say it's worth. And that's with all things. Let's talk about dollar, money. Your money is not worth anything.
Right.
Once the Federal Reserve decide they want to turn down or diminish what it's worth, that's going to happen. You got no choice, right? But to accept it. And that's not even an asset like the watch.
Right.
The watch is actual precious metals.
Can't beat it, yeah.
I can take that shit off and go sell it, right?
Anywhere.
When your money turns into what Venezuela money turned into, you can't do nothing with it. You have a bankroll. That means nothing.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
over with. It's dust. They were throwing it in the street. They burned it to stay hot.
Yeah, it means nothing.
Yeah, people
bro.
don't understand that the beauty of doing what you want to do, how you want to do it. Like, I went through my stage of all the ice style stuff because that's what we looked up to. The dope boys in the 80s, the Alpos, Rich Porter, coming through in the feeling suits.
Right.
Y'all ain't grow up in that.
Right.
We did.
Right.
You didn't see the nigga pull up in that gold Mercedes, hopping out with the big gold rope. I got to have it.
Right.
That's what we know what that hitting for. But once we evolve, we elevate. Now we go ceramic, we go plain. But if I want to go bust,
is that a 44 millimeter?
Oh yeah, this is the big boy.
Oh, I didn't know APs made 44.
Oh yeah, this the big boy.
Okay.
So like, once you understand that the elements of this, you take it to a whole nother level. So I can do both if I want to.
Right.
But don't get it up like I don't know. I've been a Switzerland.
Right.
I know the real watches.
Yeah.
I know the numbers that's playing around here.
Yeah.
But if I want to go outside, can it look better, glimmer a little bit?
Yeah,
and sometimes that's gonna catch the eye. Man, you know what I'm saying? We playing bait and switch over here.
Right.
Sometimes a bitch want to, I want to peek, I want to feather up on a I want her to see this. She ain't gonna understand the plane.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's a fact.
And I want bitches that do understand the plane, but
That's
I like the ones that don't too.
Yeah.
Let me have what I want. I want them all.
I had shit one time. I felt offended.
Right.
This is in Arizona.
Break it down for him.
I mean, my favorite car of all time that I've ever had is a 2017 S550 Benz. I just love that car, bro.
Yeah.
I might get another one right now, like just to
do it.
It's a perfect sedan.
Yeah.
It's bossy, it's sporty, right? I had a sports pack too, so it looked different, right?
Right.
So there's a guy, it was white. There's a guy, we would pull up to the gym, he had like a C300.
Yep.
So, oh, that's your car. I was like, all right, Ron. Can you leave? Can you get out my car? Go get in his car. You know what I'm saying? Funny, like they don't know nothing about watches.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And you got to teach them. And like I said, it is a level woman that does.
Yeah.
And I want her too, and I'm gonna get her too. But all these women belong to me.
That's a fact.
This is
That's a fact.
whatever I want, I can get.
That's a
God
fact.
bless me with all the components to get any type of species of on this earth, and I shall indulge upon it.
And this is how it should be. A society should have the strongest, wisest, most resourceful men with more women, right? It's not evenly distributed because nothing is, right? There is a principle called the Pareto principle, wherein which 20% of, in most scenarios, 20% creates the outpost for most of everything, right? So look at wealth. Small percentage of people have the most wealth, right? Small percentage of people has the most creativity, right? Think about Spotify. I was reading some statistics. Something like 90% of people on Spotify have like this horrible numbers. Like there's only a small percentage of people kill it, right? That's how it always is. So it's always a small percentage of men that has the most women, right? This is beneficial to these women, right?
Definitely.
You're with a strong man who's resourceful, who's intelligent, who will protect you and provide for you, right? You want, they say, oh, I don't want to share. Well, I shouldn't share my money then.
Right.
I shouldn't share my intelligence.
Right.
I shouldn't share my protection, right? What are you talking about, right? Why don't you want to share if your cup is full? I don't know, I'm just jealous. Okay, that's not an honorable characteristic. So what else? Is there anything logical behind that? So people got to get out of this bubble, this American bubble, this Eurocentric way of thinking, right? America is Europe. America is an extension of Great Britain. Let's not get it twisted, right?
Yes.
If you look at the statistics of divorce rates in the world, the worst countries are European countries, and America's in there, right? And these are over 50% divorce rates. So that means what y'all teach and what y'all think y'all want don't work.
Complete F.
Monogamy does not work.
Any test 50% and low is a f***ing F.
That's a failure.
Yes.
You change the system, right?
Right.
And most places in the world where there's things like polygamy and monogamy, arranged marriages, these people stay married forever.
Yes, they
You know
do.
what I'm saying? When a man is busting his ass, working his ass off, being valuable to you, your family, to his community. He's resourceful. He's creating goods, products, and services for people, right? How are you going to tell him he cannot touch the breast of another woman for the rest of his life?
Right.
What is so special about your tits to where he can't experience other tits?
Yeah.
You feel me? So here's the thing, ladies. Accept reality for what it is. You complain about men cheating. Here's why. They don't feel comfortable telling you that they want multiple women. Yeah. They don't feel comfortable. Yes, he still loves you. He loves you with all his heart. Mm-hmm. He just wants to scratch an itch that you can't scratch.
It's impossible.
And that's okay. He's still taking care of you. You don't like your lifestyle. You know what I mean? It's like, and this is not for all men or all women. This is for men who deserve that. This is for men who can handle that. If I can afford 10 cars and I want 10 cars, I'm going to have 10 cars, yes. Right? And remember, I said afford, right?
Yep.
Not just financially, intellectually as well. Mm-hmm. See, we have to manage our relationships intellectually, emotionally, financially, yep. Physically, all of the things. A man has to dominate a woman's life in a good way, right? When a man can't and he's with a woman, the imbalance grows and that woman becomes masculine, right? And she'll challenge him as she should. Mm-hmm. And then he'll have no leverage other than his physical brute strength. Right. And that's when he's grabbing women and some shit like that. Facts. That's why I tell dudes all the time, like, yo, do not think about girls until you built yourself up to be a man that can completely have it the way that you want it. Like, make them think twice about leaving you.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, it's got to be too good in your space for them to want to leave. Yeah. Right? But I do think that we should be really good to these women.
Got to be.
This is an honor to be in the presence of a beautiful, intelligent, and sweet feminine woman.
Most definitely.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'll do anything for you.
Yep.
Right? But all I need is all you got to do is be sweet. You don't got to be a genius. You don't got to do that. You just be sweet.
Keep my energy right.
Be sweet. Feet massages and back scratches. That's all I need.
Got to have the foot rubbed, huh?
Oh, my God.
So you say that to say this. So I know you live a current lifestyle of polygamy, right?
Yes, sir.
Can you explain to them how, that benefits both parties when you do that?
Yeah, it benefits me in a sense that, like, listen, if y'all don't understand physiology and how things work, right, men and women are programmed, right? That all creatures on this planet are programmed to reproduce. That's why we want to have sex. That's why we get horny, because we have our epigenetic information and our DNA is telling us, you need to survive your bloodline. You need to survive your species. So that's what we want to reproduce. Now, we don't consciously think, oh, I want to get her pregnant, but that's the body's trying to do, right? So a man and a woman is not a 1-to-1 ratio. We are completely different, right? A woman does not seek a bunch of different suitors, right? A man does, and he has to, because it gives him a higher probability of his seed being planted in some fertile soil and him reproducing. Right. You know what I'm saying? A woman can't. Once a seed is implanted in her, she's stuck for 9 months, right? And then after that, she has to tend to the baby, right? Mm-hmm. So you're not trying to go get knocked up by a bunch of dudes.
Doesn't make sense.
So women, they'll pose the argument, well, so can a woman have multiple men? If she wants to, but not with me and not with somebody. There's nobody that's going to take care of you and be okay with you having sex with somebody else.
It doesn't make sense.
It's silly. Like, what are you talking about?
You're stuck. Like you said, one time you get pregnant, you down for 9 months. Yeah. Basically longer than that, because you got to take care of the baby, do all that.
Correct.
I can make 9 babies a day if I want to.
A day. And until I'm 99 years old.
Yeah, so you got to understand our whole DNA chromosomes ain't even on the same plateau. So the woman try to be like me. That doesn't make any sense.
So it's ideal for a woman to understand reality.
Right.
Not this fantasy world. That's reality. So no, men are not evil and men hate y'all, so men cheat on y'all. Men are programmed to seek variety, to seek novelty, right? They did a study, bro, on I forgot, like 12 guys or something like that. They're all separated. They had them watching pornography, right? A video. They had nodes on their brain, connected to their brain and on their penises, right? Mm-hmm. And penises, white dudes with penises, right?
Penises, yeah. They got cocks.
You know what I'm saying? So they did that, and they measured these guys' erections when they watched these movies, right? So every day they were watching the same movies, right? So after a while, the erections were decreasing, right? And then they switched the movie. It was back powerful, right? It showed that we are biologically and chemically programmed to seek variety and novelty, something different. You know what I'm saying?
And it's built that way because at the end of the day, like, we're creatures of victory. Like we want to win. We
Conquest.
Conquest. Like that's what we're built on, especially a high level, real, you know what I'm saying, winner in life type of individual. Like we deserve that. You know what I'm saying? And women should want to be with the victor.
They do.
Right.
They do.
But we just have to be men and tell them. That's what we f***ed up at.
That's the problem. That's the problem. And fellas, like, that's it. Respect yourself enough to not lie.
Right.
Be that much of a man to where you're going to tell them this is what it is. And see, in my setup is not a situation, because I hear people say, like, and women be like, well, I guess I just don't want to know about it. In my situation, we're all going out together.
Right.
We're hanging out together. This is a unit, right? Yeah. Because we got to show people that this is dope. This is a vibe, right? And that's how it is. It's not weird with my shit.
And there's no malice and no disrespect behind it. So when you have a woman that's in your sector of you loving her and liking her to that level, you're going to be treated in the highest accord. Don't worry about what the sex is going on, because I'm still slaughtering your uterus too. Yeah. You're getting a blessing because...
I mean, she watching me slaughter her and then her.
I could drop it in you too. So like the energy I'm giving you, you're not going to get this everywhere. You're playing Russian roulette with your baby. If I'm standing there with this Excalibur, you done live the life to know this ain't too many of these on earth. Especially attached to the caliber that got it.
This is a fact.
You see what I'm saying? So if I'm giving you this, you don't know when you ever gonna get this again, and you're a high level nigga with money, with all this funny, baby, you're not gonna run it. So accept what I'm bringing to you, and I'm gonna treat you right, and I'm telling you the truth. Yeah. This is a blessing that's taking place. 100%. I'm gonna nut every time. I can fuck anything and nut. You're not.
And bro, for me, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna keep it 100. Women have higher sex drives than men.
For sure.
Women are nastier than us.
Oh, we know that.
So what I do, I turn up and like mentally to where I'm gonna outdo you on everything. I'm gonna make you feel like you need help.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even if I don't feel like it. That's just me. That's the animal that I am.
I'm coming to win this game.
Yes, every time. So it's like my girl like, I need help.
Yeah.
I need help. Tap it out. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's the life that I live. I want to be that big, that
woman should be wanting to bring a woman like, oh, she bad, I want you to do what you did to me to her.
Yes.
Come let me show out on that thing.
Yes.
Bring your friends and family.
I'll film it. Type. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's the vibe. Look, everything I'm talking about, and sex is just one category. It's a lot, but it's an elevated life, right? It's us having to do extra shit, right? Yes. And I'm with it. I'm not. I don't want a boring, mundane existence.
No.
You know what I'm saying? People be like, yo, you're an interesting guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that all the time. Like, I know. Yeah. I know. Why wouldn't I?
I want to live an interesting life. I don't want to just be, I want to live, like a hypothetical individual like this. I want to be a mythological creature. Right. I am a superhero.
A factual. Yes. What you see as myth, this is fact.
Yeah, and that's the spooky part about it. Because when you run into me or you're going to be like, damn, it's really like, what you thought? I'm not these niggas. Yeah. And you ain't seen nothing yet. Right. I'm just giving you a little piece. I hate for you to go deep dive with understanding the Homo sapien.
And this is like tactics learned through life experiences. This is the life of a fearless man.
Yes.
Of men that are not afraid of criticism, not afraid of potential rejection, not afraid of failing, right? Listen, I don't fail at nothing, right? I don't want to talk about fighting, because I think fighting is a low-level energy, but we need to be able to fight.
For sure.
But we were talking about fighting bears and shit.
Like, for sure.
I don't really want to fight a bear. Yeah. But I feel like I could beat a bear.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like I do something to a bear. You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe not a bear, a crocodile. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely get
Bears
a
is like, them is invincible, bro.
Yeah. Only thing, like I said, only thing we agreed upon, we ain't them chimps. Them niggas a little too versatile.
They too fast. You know what I'm saying?
Them teeth crazy.
Yo, they're maniacs, bro.
Yeah, they like that.
It's men with no souls, stronger.
They're like you let out the asylum.
I hate them. I hate chimps,
yeah,
bro.
They different.
I don't know why anybody would want a chimp.
Nah, leave them alone. Man. But anything else, I get me something to go to war with.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah, but a chip, leave the alone, man. But people have to live, like I said, man, my whole motto is being yourself, for one. That's the organic lifestyle, is being yourself. You know what I'm saying? Being fearless and just truly chasing happiness and be the most physical prowess you could possibly be within yourself. Don't allow your mechanism or your cyborg to be a weak cyborg. Right. You want to be the most ferocious robot that's walking down the street. Right. And then go get some money with it.
Don't be a victim.
Don't be a victim.
Listen, you have to be a predator. You have to be evil. I'm saying potentially.
Yes.
Because there are evil people that are dangerous in this world. And if you're not just as fucked up as them, and willing to be as fucked up or more fucked up than them, you are a victim waiting to happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And people got to separate themselves from the attachment of being afraid to die.
Yeah.
Right? I choose not to allow that to give me any anxiety, any angst. You know what I mean? Because it's going to happen, so it's going to be a wonderful experience. Right? When my mother ascended, my beautiful mother, I never shed a tear, bro. Right. And I love my mother dearly, right? But I understand reality. This was bound to happen.
Right.
And this was the right time. Now she's ascended to a higher existence. And now I think about her even more. Yeah. She's more close and dear to my heart, right? Yeah. And I feel her presence at times. So people really gotta like calibrate their perspective on how they see things. Yeah. They're so negative with everything. I don't have time for that. No. I don't want to hear it. You talking about, people say bad things about themselves, which is wild to me. Right. Why would you affirm negativity in your life? And that's what you do when you're complaining, right? Everything, my motto, my ethos is only good things happen to me. Right. Because it does. There's nothing in my life that anybody can point out to say that was a negative. From jail, from anything. It always benefited me. Right. Why? Because I made it. I bended the will of that reality at that time. That's real alchemy. Yeah, and that's how people need to walk, though, because if you just dwell on it, all you do is water and worry. You water in doubt. You water in, losses. And there's not no loss because you're still alive. If you're alive, you got a chance. You know what I'm saying? That's that part right there, bro.
Like, you know the advantage you have of just being alive, especially all your limbs work. You can see, man, what? I see people, it's a guy, I forget his name, bro. He don't got nothing, no arms or legs. I don't know how. He's just living his best life. He got a Richard Millie. I think he got an arm. No hands though. You have no, bro. If I was, I'd want to die. Right. But he's happy. He's motivating people. He runs. I don't know how, but he runs out on stage, and I love this guy, bro. We exchange numbers. You know what I'm saying? But this man has like what one would consider limitations, but in some way he's a millionaire, inspiring people. He be having sexy girlfriends. He's living his best life. As he should. I don't want to hear no fucking excuse, bro. This man don't have no legs and no arms. Wow. And he has females, like bad ones, and he's making money, and he's traveling and doing his shit. Bro. Like, that is wild, bro. And it don't even matter and see, people get caught up in other people's perception and thoughts of them when it has nothing to do with you. Your thoughts and your concerns of mine, of me, is your problem. That has nothing to do with me. That's perfect. Yeah. God bless you for what you think of me. I'm not worried about that. I got some game for people right now, bro. Give it to them, champ. I'm going to give y'all this for free. Man, come on, because that usually costs. The most powerful information is usually the most simple, right? Put yourself out there, right? You see Mr. Organik, right? Mr. Organik is very interesting, very unique, right? But guess what? There's a million people that identify exactly with his avatar, right? Just like y'all got the same thing. There's going to be even more people that hate you. So what? They ain't going to spend no money with me anyway. I'm going to be me. Okay, let's piss them off some more, right? So be you and do you, because there's a million people. Look, bro, when I had to do my little probation, they had to do anger management on it, right? Right. I accepted it. I'm like, all right, let's go. I didn't think I needed it, but it was good for me. Right. I learned a lot. But one thing that I recognize is like when everybody's telling their stories, right? I'm like, listen, I'm like, damn, it was weird ass stories, right? But I'm like, this what make an interesting YouTuber. Right. Because like sex addiction or this or whatever, there's a lot of people struggling with what you're talking about. No question. So talk about it on YouTube, bro. I be giving $1 million plays, bro, but they just don't do. They don't do. The do is everything. Like, it's the do. If you channeled in whatever you went through in life, it's 8 billion people that live on this planet. You think it ain't a million people that went through what you went through? It's a fact, bro. But if you never tell your story, they can't connect to you. Well, fuck that. Let's say it's only 1,000 people. Woo, that's good. Think about making $100 off of 1,000 people every month. Oh, you bigger than doctors. You rich. But they be chasing 1 million people. But you don't need all them people. I never chase them. Mr. Organik is here today because I built my Organic Nation, my Gargoyles up piece by piece by piece by being myself, by showing my all. I never went the most viral. I never did crazy views. None of this do crazy views. But the people I connect to keep me getting millions of dollars, though. Right. So that's where y'all fuck up. Y'all trying to go viral off some other shit. How about go viral off yourself with real people, connect with the people. And get off this viral. Right. Just do you. Do you, man.
Viral gonna come when it come.
Right.
You can't plan a viral setup, right? And it's come when you least expect it.
For
You
sure.
feel me? So just do you.
Yeah.
And
Plant
be,
your seed
be
today.
authentic. I'm telling y'all right now, listen, everybody is a potential brand.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's personality is a potential brand. And essentially, we're all monetizing our personalities and our lifestyles,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I got business products and all that shit, but people buy my shit because they like me. You know what I'm saying? So people, everybody, and I don't even know why so many people like, I think I'm not nice. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but
I'm like, why y'all like me? Like, I'm angry, I'm ornery half the time, but people fuck with me, like, let's run with it. So everybody has something that somebody else can benefit from.
Right.
So I highly advise people to, like, if you want that kind of like freedom, that kind of financial freedom, you know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing like
and
that.
And to do things that you just want to do.
Right.
We're making money hanging out.
Right now.
You feel me?
It's gonna make a good amount of money for me.
That's
you know
a
what I'm
fact.
saying? And it's gonna get some good amount of money. You're gonna pull more people in to come, do business with and bless them
100%.
lives. And we just free. Ain't nothing more important than freedom and happiness. You know what I'm saying? And your health, of course. You got those 3 elements, you are immortal once again.
Right.
So tap into that. Only how you could be that if you be yourself and really push that to the world. Don't worry about what anybody else is thinking and doing. Think and do you. How about that? We're going to end it right here. Mike Rashid, give them, some of your components. Tell them what you got going on before we get up out here, boss man.
Yeah, man. I'm launching a philosophy, a lifestyle, or religion, if you will, called the Infinite God Body, right? There's a sacred text, a book that's coming to lay out the framework, which is called the Divine Quintessence. The quintessence is the 5th element, right? You only hear about the 4 elements: earth, wind, fire, land, right? Or earth, wind, fire, air. The 5th is the most important element, which is the quintessence. That's dark matter, right? That's the fabric of the ether. That's the glue that binds the universe together, right? It's the most important, so that's why I named the book. So it's the quintessence or the Q, and what it is a framework on how one can elevate himself and tap into his real God potential or her God potential or God energy, right? Very practical. The underlying essence of this teaching is the fact that the human mind creates all reality, literally and figuratively, and there's a lot of science in the book to back it. Quantum physics and quantum mechanics, we go in detail on it, right? This book, if one subscribes to the things that are taught in this book, is going to elevate your life in ways that and it's not like some mystical shit, right? Because people attach morality and spirituality to shit that you can't prove, like mystical, whatever. No, this is all practical, right? It's the practical application of certain tactics, ideologies, concepts, and perspectives that you apply to your life that's going to elevate you into the highest of existence. Right. So that's coming, right? And a lot of the people that's in my mentorship program right now, the Sacred Society, they're learning it now. They're soaking it up now, bro. And it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful community. So that's something, bro. I'd love to sit with you in detail and talk to you more about it.
For sure.
Because you already exemplify the characteristics that's written in it.
Most definitely.
You feel me? It's dope, man, like how the right people always find each other.
Yeah, it is wild.
Wherever the fuck we
It
at,
is wild
as
hell. Like I said, I was in Phoenix at the same time you was there. You know what I'm saying? I was in the streets when you was too.
Yeah.
It's just crazy how it connects.
Now we connect.
Now we connect on the highest level.
When it matters.
When it matters.
Yeah.
Not that little dumb. This is where it matters, where we can change the world.
Right.
And what you're speaking of, those elements, I have it, you have it. So what you're saying is, I could completely see exactly what you're saying, but it's a small percent of humans that can tap into that.
Right.
So I know you're not going for everybody. You're going for people that can get that, understand that.
Yeah, people. Here's the thing. I'm not mad at religion, right? Because religion will give you a straight and narrow on living a good life, right? It's a lot of weird shit in there. There's a lot of outdated shit. Like these religions that people currently subscribe to are thousands of years old. Right. There was a fraction of the amount of people on Earth back then it is now, right? We need an update manual, you know what I'm saying? And we need a manual that's understandable because a lot of shit is like translated. The Bible is all fucked up. They canonized the Bible and the real shit that's supposed to be in there is not, right? And the people that killed Yeshua or Jesus is the ones who formed the Bible, which is weird. You killed my guy and you want me to take the book? Like, nah, I'm cool. Yeah. So this is very practical, is understandable, is bro, when I say practical, there's steps of all the things that's talked about. You know what I'm saying? And that's what religion should be. It's a way of life. Yeah. And religion, for lack of better terms, but it is a way of life for a person that do want to ascend into their God consciousness.
Yeah, and like that's why one of my nicknames is 3 of them to God. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
always had a third eye. I always seen deeper, and I always knew I was a creator.
Mhm.
I've been saying this for so many years, so people know me as that. So when you're speaking of like the elements you're talking about is what people say, you know, passively, like manifestation,
Mhm.
positive affirmations.
Mhm.
That's the same thing you're speaking of,
Mhm.
but only certain people tap into it and make
Mhm.
their reality through their words and actions.
Mhm.
And it's hard to convey that to people who don't have it in them. But in the day, you're gonna help them, and I'm gonna help you with helping them. You know,
Mhm.
taking that to another level.
We
Man.
help him because here's the thing, bro. Our divine duty is to civilize and uncivil, right? Is to lead our people who are deaf, dumb, and blind out of them triple stages of darkness into like consciousness, into light.
Right.
You have a faction of people who keep them there.
Yeah.
Because they profit off of people's ignorance.
Facts.
They profit off of people's fear. They
Mhm.
profit off of people's insecurities. You don't have to do that, right?
No.
You can profit off of helping people.
Yes.
Because you help somebody, they have to pay you. They reward you for helping them.
Right.
You don't always have to be money, right? But the beautiful energy that you gave them to elevate themselves in whatever way, don't worry about it, but it's going to come back to you.
Oh, no question.
Reciprocity is a universal law that you cannot escape.
Mandatory.
You put out negative, it's going to come back to you. But you put out wonderful, loving, beautiful energy that's going to help people grow and ascend, that's coming to you.
Most
You could count on that shit.
Yeah, you could count on it. We up out of here, man. It's Mr. Organic. This is Organically Speaking. Make sure you go organiclifestyle.com, support the campaign. Do everything you do to grow, not just maintain. It's S.R.T.F. From the seed to the root to the tree to the fruit, we're going to keep it organic just like a planet. Plant a seed today, you won't eat your fruit tomorrow. Enjoy the process. Learn the irrigation system and know how to kill them coyotes. You understand me? You don't use no pesticides. You know what I mean? Get out there and find out a way to really goddamn grow these crops the right way. And don't come to me and tell me that you want some of my fruit. Grow your own, and I'm going to give you the seeds. You hear me? That's what it's about. Organically Speaking, Mr. Organic, I'm out.